knowledge, gaining knowledge. There are 4 levels of knowledge. When I go through these, I want you to think to yourself, where are you in these 4 levels? The first level is you don't know you don't know. You don't know you don't know. I had an assistant coach that came in one day, and he said, "You know what the problem with these kids are, Coach?" I said, "No, I don't." He said, "They don't know they don't know." And I thought, that's the silliest thing I've ever heard. I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "They don't know what first class is. So they don't feel bad when they're being second class. They don't know what full speed is. So when they don't go full speed, they don't feel bad about it. They don't know what being successful is, so they don't feel bad about it. They don't know they don't know." That's most 9th graders or freshmen. That is most fans of athletics. They don't know they don't know. And that's most of the people that are on TV explaining to you what the coach was trying to do. They don't know they don't know. Lou Hope said it better than anybody I've ever heard when he told one of those so-called experts, "You never signed the check on the front. You're basing all your opinions on no knowledge. You don't know you don't know." The second phase of knowledge is you know you don't know. When I started coaching in junior high, I knew everything. I'm serious. There was not one thing that I didn't know. And the first year I coached, we won almost every game in junior high. I mean, we were almost undefeated. I was just unbelievable as a coach. I really knew everything. And so I got the money and went to a coaching clinic, and they had people like Bear Bryant, Bum Phillips, Woody Hayes, Chuck Knox, great coaches. And I realized I didn't know anything. Zero. I was sitting there and they were talking about things, and they might as well have been talking in Spanish, because I didn't understand anything they were saying. And they were talking about coverages and secondaries and defenses and offensive alignments and so forth. And it's the first time in my coaching career I realized I don't know. Well, what's so important about that phase of knowledge is when you realize you don't know, now you start looking. That's the third phase. That's when you know you know. The second phase is you know you don't know. And that's what makes you realize, I don't know everything. As I've told the story before, I spoke at a clinic, and sitting on the front row of the clinic was Hayden Fry, one of the greatest coaches that ever lived. And I was so flustered that he would be listening to me that I lost memory of what I was even saying. And when it was over, the first thing I did, I went to him, "What are you doing here?" And he said, "Coach, everybody knows something I don't know. You said something today that I never thought about. I learned something today." You can learn something from anybody. When you realize that you don't know everything, you have given yourself a chance to know a lot more than you know. When you get to that third phase and you know, these are the experienced players, the experienced coaches, the experienced salesmen that are confident in what they're doing. They know. You begin, you don't know. Then the second phase is you don't know. And then the third phase is you know. Now there is a fourth phase. You don't know. That's as silly as you don't know. Don't know, you know. Let me explain that. And the best explanation of that is Michael Jordan playing basketball. How many hours do you think Michael Jordan practiced basketball? More than 10,000 hours. And Michael Jordan would go down the court and make a move, and when they were watching it on video and someone would say, "Ooh, how did you know to do that?" And he'd say, "I don't know." You know, it just happens. Barry Sanders running with a football and all of a sudden he makes this move. Because he had spent 10,000 hours practicing, making moves, playing football. And he'd say, "How did you know to do that?" And he'd say, "I don't know." See, when you've done something so much and you've gained so much knowledge, you don't really know everything that you do know. And that's true in math and science and art and music and athletics, is when you have so much knowledge that you really don't know how much you know. What's the four phases? What's number one? Where are you at? You don't know? Do you know what first class is? Do you know what being a great leader is? What do you think one of the major factors in this program is to get you out of the don't know? You may have thought you were a great leader until we did leadership. You may have thought you were friendly until we did friendly. You may have thought you didn't know. Number two is you don't know. We learned how to be friendly. We learned how to be great leaders. We learned what success was. We learned to be responsible. We learned to be dependable. Number three is you know. That's a scary thought. You know to be responsible. When you are not dependable, when you don't return the phone call, you know. Because you go, I'm not very dependable. Number four, you don't know. You're being a great person and you don't realize it because you don't know. You're being a great leader. You may not even know it. You're being very successful. You don't know it. You're being responsible. You're being committed. You're doing your goals. And you're not necessarily thinking about them. You're just doing them. You do 3 goals every day, and you don't even think about it. That's, you don't know. You're in one of those stages right now. Figure out which one it is and move to the next one. We need to get everybody to be that stage. You don't know, in order for you to be the best you that you can be.